Chapter 5. I walked toward the empty soccer field. It was sunny outside, and the air felt so warm and gentle. Sneaking out felt as if I were on a prison break mission. I walked by the fence until I saw the opening that Rami had told me about earlier. I ducked in, and as I was half free outside, a tender hand grabbed me and pulled me all the way out. "Glad you made it. Didn't think you had it in you." "I do have a wild side in me." "Nadia, you're nothing close to being wild." "Okay, fine, not wild. Maybe adventurous?" Let's see about that. Are you ready?" "For what?" "Adventure." A crooked smile drew on his face. "I'm taking you somewhere. You do not think we're going to hang out here, right?" We held hands and walked through a field planted with olive trees. We were all alone in the empty place, but I felt somehow secure with him. We got to a hill. He climbed first and held out his hand to lift me up. This was a shortcut to reach an alley of ancient Lebanese brick houses. It was beautiful. As we walked in those alleys, I touched the old stone walls. It felt as if these walls had witnessed a long history, and these alleys had raised many and many generations that played and ran through them. I love this. When I need peace of mind, I come here. My dad grew up in this neighborhood, so when I come here it feels as if he were right by my side. Were you close to him? Very. He was the only person that believed in me. The only one who actually gave a damn about me. He was my friend and the only one I could trust. But what about your mother and your brothers? I live with them, but I don't feel like I'm part of them, or them being part of me. How come? Is it because of your father's death? No, it's always been like this. I was so close to my father that I didn't need to connect with them. I grew up day by day as my father's son. I never looked up to them. When my father got sick, he was gone. I felt like my whole family had abandoned me. He never took his eyes off the ground. All I wanted to do then was hold him and tell him that he had me. We reached a small house that had been renovated from the outside, yet it was empty. There were no window panes and the door was wide open. My great-grandfather used to live here. My grandparents inherited this house, and it's where my father had spent his childhood. During the Civil War, a bomb exploded right through the brick and destroyed 2 walls in the ceiling. It was my father's dream to fix this house and live in it again. He died last year before he had the chance to finish it. That's so sad. It's such a beautiful house. It has so much of the Lebanese heritage in it. I know, he replied as his eyes wandered all over the charming place. I want to finish. I want to finish what my dad had started. I will make his wish come true. I could feel his words being stuck along with his breath. He looked at me and smiled. What? I asked, smiling back at him. It's the first time I bring someone here with me, and I like that I just did. I'm glad you did that. I'm happy to be here with you. I didn't know why, but I felt blood boiling up to my head. You're blushing, he said as he came close to me. I'm not. I moved backwards, and my back hit the wall of the house. I like it. It brings out a beautiful color on your cheeks. He put his warm hands around my waist, and without thinking, I held him in my arms. I rested my chin on his shoulders, and I felt his face sink into my neck. I was completely hypnotized by the scent of his skin. I never felt so close to any other person in my entire life. Your perfume is mesmerizing, he whispered, and his breath on my neck sent shivers to my bones. I smiled at the idea that we both were thinking about the same thing. He pulled his head back and rested his forehead on mine. You're very beautiful, he whispered again. I like how you see me. I managed to say these words in between my heavy breathing. I want to kiss you. That was a thunderbolt. No, he can't kiss me. I've never been kissed. I'm not sure if I want to now. I do want to, but what if someone sees us? What if... No, I can't. Not here, not now. It's ridiculous how millions of thoughts rushed through my head in that second. They say at such moments the world would stop, but mine spun around. No, I can't, Rami. I tried to make him let go, but he held me tighter. Rami, let's go. I have to get back to school. His hands dropped and he moved back. I'll walk you to school, but at least let me have your hand in mine. I can never understand the pain that Rami has been through, or the shock he had received upon realizing that his dad has physically vanished from his life and left him bereft of the only person he had always looked up to. But I can only imagine how I'd feel if I ever, God forbid, lost my father. Though my father is a bad-tempered man who always picked up superfluous fights with my mom, I had always been the one closest to him. As a child, I was called my father's companion. We used to go on long car rides and listen to my favorite music and talk about cars and plants. He used to confide in me and even talk to me about his problems with my mom. As I grew up, however, our relationship started to drift, mainly because I had started to work for him. This will teach you the value of money and be an independent lady, he'd always say. He was right, I can now tell, for I have grown up to be very independent and strong. This is probably the greatest thing my father has bestowed upon me.